Hello and welcome. The purpose of this short lesson is to demonstrate how to graph a linear equation given 2 points. So we will start with the steps that you saw in your last lesson. You were asked to look at each step and determine what the next step would be, step 4, step 5. And you were able to look at each step and see that it increased each time by 3 tiles. So between step 1 and step 2, 3 additional tiles, and then between step 2 and step 3, it increased also by 3 additional tiles. This is a constant rate of change, and you will see that in the graph that we are about to produce. So, in order to graph, let's come up with some points. So let us start with step 1. In step 1, if we come up with an x and y coordinate, we could say that the x coordinate is 1 because this is step 1. The y coordinate will be how many tiles there are in the figure. There's only one tile, so this is going to be 1, 1. Step 2, on the other hand, we'll start with a 2 for x, and then if we count the tiles, 1, 2, 3, 4, now we have gone up by 3. There are 4 tiles representing x. In the final step, step 3, if we count the tiles, you'll remember there were 7 in the final step. You can count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, in order to graph this, we'll plot these points. So we'll start with 1, 1. We'll go over 1 on the x, up 1 on the y, and make our first point. The second point, we will go over 2 for x, up 4 for y, and plot the second point. And then the final point is over 3, up 7. Now all we need to do is to plot a line in order to show the graph of this linear equation. So I will grab my line tool and I will just draw a line connecting all of these dots. And you can see that it is a straight line, therefore it is a linear line because there's a constant rate of change. So what I'd like to do then is to determine our slope. So we looked between the figures and determined that we were going up by a constant rate of change of 3. That will be the slope, but let's go ahead and label that on our graph. So from the first point, we went over 1 and up, and then we went up 3. So let me draw that, over 1, up 3. And you can label that on the graph, over 1, up 3. Then if we go from the next point, we also went over 1 and up 3. And I'll label that again. So between any 2 points, if we have a linear equation, the slope is going to remain constant. It will be a constant slope. So I will write the slope, which represents m. The slope is rise over run, 3 over 1. We went up 3 for every one that we went over, and that is the slope, and that is how you graph a linear equation giving 2 points.